What's up, guys? George Domanian here, coming to you from the beautiful, sunny West Palm Beach, Florida. It's day 2 at the Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within event. Having an incredible time, and it was interesting because yesterday, during the event, Tony Robbins asked a question to the crowd. He said, how many people that are here at this event own their own business? And I didn't really think that many people, I thought maybe like 10% of the people were business owners, but over 90% of the people, and there's almost 10,000 people that are here at this event, raised their hand that they were business owners. And I started thinking about that. Why? There's so many people. I've gotten to meet a lot of people here so far, and a lot of people are really successful. They're overachievers. So why are all those people, all these people that are overachievers, that already are successful, they own their own businesses, their brands and things like that, why would they spend all this money to fly and take time off from their work and their families and all the other sacrifices you have to make to come to an event like this? Well, the reason why is due to something called momentum. See, momentum is really going to be the driving force behind what you achieve or do not achieve in your life. You may have heard me talk about before the theory of spiral dynamics. And basically what that theory is based upon is that our life is kind of like a spiral. And that everything that we do in our life is either an empowering state or it's a disempowering state. That's it. There's no in between. We are either literally growing or we are dying. In one way or another, it is creating momentum. It is moving in a spiral in that direction and actually building up power as it goes along. And that's why, take for example, people who are billionaires. People who are billionaires work harder than everybody else. I mean, take a look at someone like Mark Zuckerberg, created Facebook. The guy's a workaholic. Or someone like Steve Jobs, even Anthony Robbins. Yesterday, he spoke for almost 12 hours on stage, non-stop, without even taking a break. And he said that he was running on like 2.5, 3 hours of sleep. So why is that? Because when I read Forbes magazine about Tony Robbins, it said that his business was literally doing over $1 billion a year. So why is it these people that are so successful, they're so massively successful, they're still working so hard, is due to momentum. It's due to that spiral dynamics theory. It's why the rich get richer while the poor get poorer. Say for example, somebody, when you're a kid, you're going on this incredible spiral towards positive growth. You're in school, you go to first grade, second grade, third grade, you're getting into sports, your parents are forcing you to do extracurricular activities and all this, and all this is compounding, creating massive amounts of momentum. By the time you graduate high school, a lot of times kids are very smart. I mean, they know calculus and algebra and can speak, maybe even a couple different languages. And then all of a sudden, something really interesting happens when they leave the nest and they go off after 18, entering either into college or going right into a career. What can either happen is one of two things. One, either all of a sudden that they break that momentum. All of a sudden they start, what happened to just be an occasional going to a party. Maybe they go to a party once in a while, they have a few beers. Next thing you know, it turns into going out on Thursday nights. Every single Thursday night they go out as well. Next thing you know, they're going out for the Sunday special and the Monday special. And all of a sudden, their ambitious dreams that they had are starting to lose the level of importance. The next thing you know, because they're drinking so often and partying so much, their body starts to play a toll. And all this is compounding. They start eating crappier food, cheaper quality food. They start settling for less in their life. And this is really just compounding, creating that momentum, building up, until all of a sudden they're 30, 40, 50, they're wondering where their life has gone. They haven't achieved anything. They have a beer gut out to here. Maybe they've suffered addictions, gone through divorces, and all kinds of things. Where the other end of the spectrum, maybe it's somebody that continues that momentum of positive growth. And when they're in college, instead of partying and things like that, they dedicate that time to spend Friday and Saturday nights studying. They're at the library. They're working a second job or even a third job. They're working full-time on top of going to school full-time. Maybe it was because they didn't have somebody that was financially supporting them, so they had to do that. But that, as a result, that's creating momentum in a positive direction. And then all of a sudden they end up becoming massively successful. And so the thing is this, guys, is that you can break that pattern. If you're on a downward spiral right now, you notice that in your life, that it's kind of like, you just notice that you're losing less drive in your life, less momentum, less excitement, less motivation. You can break that pattern. and you can start to change the spiral. And how you do that is you have to make a decision to commit to something. Say for example, when you commit to like a 5K running race, or a half triathlon, or a triathlon, or something like that. Just the very act of committing to that activity is going to start to begin to create that positive momentum and that spiral effect, because you're going to be moving. You're all of a sudden you have something that you're committed towards, something that you're aiming towards, shooting towards, that's going to motivate you to want to work out harder, to eat better foods, and so forth. So if you're at that point in your life, then make a commitment, a serious commitment, that you're gonna sign up for a race.
Decide,
you're gonna
resolve.
You're gonna sign up for a race or a triathlon or something like that. You're gonna commit to enter into a contest in your business or company or something like that, because the fact it's gonna begin to create that momentum. And the secret is this: once you get on that momentum, you want to keep it. You can also break that momentum very easily and start going backwards. That's why I've seen that in myself before. All of a sudden I'll have incredible momentum in my life, my business, my health, and all of a sudden I go on a cruise or a vacation like that, and I kind of let loose, and I noticed that it just broke that momentum, and it's really hard to get back to where I was. So you have to be careful as well, because you can also break that momentum and end up going in a reverse downward spiral. So just a quick short message that I wanted to share with you guys. In life, you are literally either always growing or you are dying. Momentum is the driving force behind where you are going to end up in your life. With that, I'm going to go back to relaxing for a little bit until we begin our next session. Peace out.